love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drum's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soared into the light.
Let's see if this one is for the win. Sorry if for everybody that was watching the first attempt to live stream. There was, I don't know what happened. It just went down. So welcome to this flight from Ibiza to Mallorca, Spanish islands, vacation islands. Like I was saying before, I was abruptly interrupted by the end of the stream. My intention was to make an island hop between Ibiza, Mallorca, and Menorca, but unfortunately, I cannot find a decent airplane island hopper for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. In real life, this flight is operated, the one I'm performing now, is operated by Iberia Regional or Air Nostrum. They do it in this aircraft, which is a CRJ. Unfortunately, there is no decent CRJ for MFS 2024. There used to be one for 2020, but it wasn't even this model. This is a stretch model. Anyway, I really wanted to have an ATR, just like that Swift Air ATR right there. Then I'm gonna move in. But unfortunately, the only ATR that exists is for MFS 2020, and it's not even compatible with MFS 2024, fully compatible. And you can only buy it in a millionaire package called the Aviator package for Flight Simulator 2024. So, yeah, I think I'll pass for now. And, oh, there's a livery error on this plane right here. Anyway, this is AI plane. We're in Ibiza. And yes, this is how you pronounce it, Ibiza. You can say Ibiza, no worries. We're taking this little one today. It's the Volotea A319. And I really like this airline because it kind of reminds me of kitchen cloth, you know, and the deliveries, I mean, and they have a great sense of humor. So, for example, this one say, "I'll be home for dinner," but other planes, Mama, J'arrive, and the other planes have these really cool uh, phrases on them. And look at that. You can. They even have like a small message for the passengers. Ciao, mama, and on the other side, volando voi. That's really cool. They have a great sense of humor. I like these kinds of airlines. This particular plane is called the Avolo 11, a nice pun. Um, and yeah, it's gonna take us to Mallorca. It should be a short hop. Um, Simbrief says it's a 50-minute flight, probably less. We'll see. Unfortunately, we're going to start with a slight delay because, I'm having these issues. So, first things first, I'm going back to the cockpit. Actually, I'm in my little pilot to make my customary walk around. So, parking brake is set. Just going to move around and look for any issues. Blades seem okay, no issue. Doors are shut. There's no exhaust problem. Um, Again, I'm not trying to be thorough with this because this is just cosmetic. Uh, Currently, the Phoenix does not have any wear and tear, so there's no point in looking for your brakes or anything. It's just looking around for anything wrong, like panels that aren't closed, aren't shut, leakages. But since no plane actually has that kind of failures currently, it's just cosmetic. We just do the walk around, appreciate all the engineering that comes to designing and developing these planes for flight simulation and how thorough some of them are. So one of the things I like to do is I I'm not a pilot myself, so sometimes I screw up, and sometimes I need to improvise a little bit. And when it happens, it's just like any other simmer, I suppose, and I need to solve my problems. And I think that can help anybody into flight simulation that isn't really savvy to, also learn how I solve my problems and maybe solve them yourselves if you do encounter such an issue. Now, once more, our door is open now, but yeah, there's this issue where I can't hop in the well, I can, but in this particular gate, actually, this jetway does not have a ground access stairwell. So what would happen in real life is that at first some service stairs will be connected to the plane. The pilots would hop in, start everything, then come out and do their flight inspection, external flight inspection. For some reason, GSX no longer docks the rear stairs, so you could use the rear stairs to, get out of the plane and go back in, which is something that the Phoenix aircraft now does, but it's just not possible anymore. I don't know why. So we just pressed Shift C and we're back in the cockpit. All right, we're 25 minutes late. That's something we already knew. Again, I had some issues. Not really sure what happened, but the first stream was going all right and went down. It's probably you, Betsy. It's probably you. Yeah, I'm looking at you. So let's connect our external power. The airplane's going to come alive. Our EFBs are being charged. So yeah, we are 25 minutes late. Never good, but could be worse. I was supposed to start at 7 o'clock, more or less. I got delayed, then all these technical issues. I can only start it right now, so yeah. It's just starting everything up. Give me a moment because I'm loading my stuff on my side. Just waiting for the plane to perform its BIT, so built-in tests. Alrighty. So alright, so there's some issues because I started 2 live streams apparently. Well, one was interrupted, but the first one was interrupted, but now this one's going. But for YouTube, it seems that it's thinking that I'm still doing 2 live streams. So let's load our flight and then carry on. So again, we're kind of late, 27 minutes late, so let's not waste any more time. We're going from Ibiza to Palma de Mallorca, which is the biggest island on this archipelago, Spanish archipelago. So we are going to load the aircraft right away, and we're going to board only and load fuel instantly. So fuel is already loaded into the aircraft. We have a plan of 4,205 kilograms, and we have the exact same amount on the tanks. Let's see if the jetway does operate, because sometimes GSX messes up a little bit, so we'll see. It says loading requested, but I don't see any movement from the... Oh, there it comes. All right. So that's a huge jetway, because that's a heavy jetway. Where the heck is it going? What? Is it connecting to my rear door? Are you serious? I've never seen this. Is it actually yeah, it's clipping my wing even. When we arrived in an A320 from TAP Portugal, and it connected well, I guess. And we landed, we connected on this particular gate right here, so I don't know. It just looks weird. Hey, as long as it loads passengers, right? It's just clipping my wing, though. Looks weird. Oh well. Might as well just close my door. If no one's coming. I mean, there's no point. Passengers will be... Oh!
Passengers boarding starting.
Where are they coming from? I'm scared. They're coming down the jetway. So they will be loading from the back. I've never seen this. It's the first time for everything, I suppose. Right, so this is weird. So let's go for our flight plan. So ATC menu, and actually no, let's go back to ATC com, ATCU, AOC, flight initiation, request. Let's set up our radios here. We need cabin. PA a little too loud for my taste. Let's shut the door. Actually, are they boarding? Yep, they are boarding. Oh my god, this is not starting that well, but it's just cosmetic, I suppose, as long as it gets the job done, right? So no need to be too scared. Let's listen to the ATIS.
Few clouds at 2000. Temperature 27. Dew point 21. QNH1009.
Oh.
Landing and departing runway 06. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact you have information
Victor. Alright.
Ibiza Airport information Victor. 1836
So let's request CPDLC.
This
So the way to do this is we request initiation so that we can have the correct flight number here. So let's go to our flight plan, and we are VOE, never mind the 0. I don't know why it has a 0 there, but anyway, VOE AZ X-ray. So VOE AZ X-ray. And now we're going to insert our cost index, which is 46, and our flight level will be 080. I'm not even sure that's the correct flight altitude, but that's what it says here, 080. We'll probably get a higher altitude, we'll see. Why does it 080? Okay, so now this is a very low altitude. It's a very short hop, you'll see. I suppose it's due to constraints, but we can't go any higher, so we'll see. Let's request some wind and go back to the flight plan, and let's request our clearance. So the way to do this via a famous CPDLC is we go through ATC request, pre-departure clearance. We got already some stuff signed in, so let's go for the gate number, which is 25. And we listened earlier, we got Victor. Oops. We got Victor, and the station is Lima Echo India Bravo, so for Ibiza. So let's send, and now we wait. Yeah. So passengers are still boarding. We can, in the meantime, look at our charts. So we are expecting a very nice departure from this small airport directly to Menorca. Is it directly to Menorca? It's a very long exit, so I suppose this is not for me. And the constraints really aren't, I mean, I could have gone higher than 080. Well, let's see what ATC tells us. Oh, we got ATC incoming. We got our clearance. So we got cleared for Palma de Mallorca, Lipa, runway 06, departing via LAMP for Foxtrot, squawk 2202. So let's set it up. Let's close this. So 2202, passengers have boarded. Let's go TIRA and auto. TIRA and auto. All right, so now we will comply. So we were going to reply Wilco and send. Now let's go for a flight plan from Ibiza, departure 06 via LAMP for Foxtrot. 06 and LAMP for Foxtrot. There we go. We got a new message. So message 2 is ATC request status CDA received, so clearance confirmed, and we are good to go. So we should have departed at 1850. Actually, 1850 is the current time. We should have departed 36 minutes ago, so bear with me. I'm doing this as fast as I can. So passengers have been boarded, as well as our cargo. Fuel is on board. Everything looks fine and dandy. We can send our zero fuel weight and max zero fuel weight to percentage to our CDU. Now we're gonna just plan our departure real quick before we piss anybody else up. Calculate. So we got V1 130, 130, and 134. We got flaps 1 up and trim 0.7. So let's send this to the CDU as well. Everything is set up for departure. We just need to insert this flight plan, and for the sake of abbreviating our time, because we're not going to be airborne for too long, we are going to insert the arrival. So it seems that we are going to use a common waypoint between the islands. So the arrival should be Lampa to Mike to Lipa. Winds uplink has been added. So runway 06 left on Lipa. We're going to confirm this, of course. We're going to go for the Zulu approach as usual, and we're going to go for Lamp to Mike. There it is. Insert. That's it. So let's confirm performance. 130, 130, 134, flaps 1.07. Sorry, it was 0.7, and flex to temperature 68. So we're going to fold the engines quite a lot. So we were supposed to turn this on, cruise supply on as well. We are arming our stuff. So we are going, and this to auto. Let's, not this one, this one. Let's add some light. Turn on our APU to start the engines. And now let's run the checklist. So cockpit preparation, gate appearance and covers have been removed. Fuel quantity is 4,200 kilograms. Seatbelt signs are on. Adheres to nav. Barrel reference, we got 1009 and cross-checked. Before start checklist, we got identing. Oh, sorry about that. Before start checklist, we're just gonna prep things up. TO speeds, windows closed, beacon is on. All right, we got everything set up. So waiting for the APU. Flap is open. Start. So this is going to be a very short flight. Actually, there's some rough weather, so we might get some wind action at least. This is a beautiful destination for any beach goers, any party goers. So I was just removing Betsy EFB so we can have less frame rate consumption. So this is the Fenix A319. Just waiting for the APU. We can close this one. APU is available. Alrighty, and we can turn off our external power. So right, we are ready to rumble. Here we go. So let's call our guys in the ground to start clearing the airplane for departure. So we turn on the beacon and hope for the best. There it is. This is all automated. Phoenix did a great job. And we're gonna go for the before start checklist. Parking brake is set. Takeoff speeds and thrusts set on both CDUs. Windows are closed. Red band on Betsy's side, and we got our beacon on. Before start checklist complete. So let's just wait for the guys to clear everything up. There goes the jet bridge. Again, I've never seen a jet bridge being connected to the rear of an airplane, but this is a heavy gate. I just used it because this is the one I arrived in, and because it's very scenic. As you can see, they're even watching CNN and football. Of course, they're watching football. And I like this gate because of that. Just that. There's no reason for me to park here. This is a heavy gate. Most of the smaller planes park on these parking spots right here where this 737, we can barely see it, is. But as you can see, there's an A320 over there. These are all heavy gates, by the way. So yeah. So still waiting for the GSX personnel. And I wonder if there's an issue. Of course there's an issue because there's no one on the apron. Now what? Is this one of those? Oh, this is one of those gates where you turn your engines on and park out. You don't have a pushback. That's why. That's why. This is what happens when you're not familiar with the airport. My bad. So let's request push and start directly. No need for... Actually, let's request the startup only.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray at gate 25. Request startup.
This is Betsy's new voice. I hope you like it.
Alpha Zulu X-ray. Startup approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Startup is approved.
Startup approved. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Start number 1. Set up our standby artificial horizon. Engine 1 starting. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody on the chat, but for me the chat is frozen, so I'm not sure if there's anybody conversing there. But if there are, I'm sorry if I'm not replying. Welcome to this transmission. This is the Fenix A319. Full set flaps 1. We got engine 1 available. Start number 2. We can close this. We no longer need it. Engine number 2 start valve open. Let's add a little floodlight here so I can see Betsy better. How are you today, Betsy? Still not talking to me? Boy, is she pissed. I don't know what happened. I don't know. We got engine number 2. Let's see when it pops available. There it is, available. So we can shut off our master switch as well as the bleed. We got engine on, wing lights on. So we got pack 1 fault. So it's actually good practice whenever you need to open or close your bleed so you don't have a surge, to turn off the pack, turn off the bleed, then turn the pack back on, and the other way around if you need to turn on. Something I learned today from a fellow simmer. Alright, we are fully ready. Let's just set up and call in ATC to tell them that we are ready to taxi. And yes, we're ready to taxi. There's no pushback on this gate. And that reminds me next time not to pick this gate. So what we need to do is, I'm just going to go outside to explain. You see this yellow curved line right here? Right, so this is the motion we need to do. So we're going to go forward a little bit and then turn right and do an almost 180 turn back to taxi. And hopefully we don't get ourselves lost. So let's do that.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Request taxi to the active.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Runway 06, taxi via Golf 1, Tango, Echo 9er.
Golf, Tango, and Echo Niner.
06 taxi via Golf 1, Tango, Echo Niner, Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Golf, Tango, and Echo Niner. So it's the first detent. So let's do that. Let's turn around and let's go for Golf 1, Tango, and Echo Niner. Let's do that. So let's parking brakes off. We're gonna hit our taxi lights, and as we start moving, we start turning. Careful not to overdo it. You can take a look outside so you guys can see. That's a somehow dangerous turn if you ask me, because that tail got awfully close to the jetway over there. So we're gonna go for Golf 1, which I believe is, there should be a turn somewhere. Let me confirm it with my map here. Yeah, we should have turned back there. Hold on, let's turn here. Here we go. Sorry about the U-turn. Don't do this in real life, buddies. Let me turn on my track IR as well to help me taxi. Alright, much better. So this is our taxiway. So we got Golf 1. Cabin is ready. So let's perform our checklist in a moment. Let me just turn it to Tango. Here we go, Tango. We're doing alright. Let's turn on runway, turn off. Alright, so let's run our checklist. So after start checklist, NTI set not required. ECAM status check normal. Pitch trim set to points. Let's do that. 0.7 and up. 0.3, 0.4, 5, 6, 7. I'm looking at right here. Alrighty. Oops, let's not get out of the runway yet. And rudder trim set to neutral, and that's exactly what it's set at. After start checklist complete, let's go for the taxi checklist. So let's perform our flight control checks. Full deflection left, neutral. Full deflection right, neutral. Full pitch up, neutral. Full pitch down, neutral. Now full rudder right, neutral. Full rudder left, neutral. Didn't go full rudder because I don't want to. I have my rudder, my tiller connected to my pedals for ease of use because I don't have any access for the tiller. So I apologize if this is a bit half-baked. Flight controls have been checked. So now we have flap setting set to 1.
Over to tower 118.505, Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Betsy. So weather and prediction weather system is on and auto. Engine mode select is set to normal. ECAM memo pressed. Status no blue. Let's line up on the pre-assigned holding point, which is Echo Niner right here. Let's hold. Alright. Seems like we got everything set up. There's no lights. We got our checklist performed. We're just missing the lineup checklist. So we are confirmed to be on runway 06 and fully ready, so let's call it in. Betsy, do the honors, please.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray, holding short, runway 06.
She has the ability to speak without moving her lips. She's amazing.
X-ray Ibiza Tower, wind 080 at 8, runway 06, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, clear for takeoff.
Runway 06, cleared for takeoff. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Here we go.
All aircraft be advised
Line-up
information
checklist.
is
Takeoff runway 06. Confirm TCAS set TRRA. Packs 1 and 2 are both on. Line-up checklist complete. Alright. Lights are on. Just confirming because sometimes I extend but don't really turn them on. Here we go. Rolling takeoff. Throttle 50. Flex 68 set SRS. 80 knots. Takeoff inhibit. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. We are going into the clouds. No turbulence though.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray, contact Barcelona Center 119.45 bye-bye.
Switching freaks.
Center on 119.45. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Bye-bye. Barcelona Center. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. 1,000.
Thrust climb.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray, Barcelona Center. Good evening. Identified. Climb to flight level 080.
080.
Climb to flight level 080. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Speed check flaps up.
Boeing 1313, descend to 3,300 feet. Descend to 3,300 feet. Boeing 1313. Nostrum Air 57 Foxtrot Lima. Contact Palma, approach 118.9055. Contact Palma,
Bit turbulent.
9055.
Autopilot 1 set. I'm not even going to touch the seatbelt signs. No time. It's clear. Clear the plane from after takeoff. Beautiful Ibiza. It's an amazing destination for party goers, beach, beautiful beaches as well. Some weather. Not much. This will be a very short hop. We got out of Ibiza a bit late. We got delayed. Altimeter set to standard. We're reaching our increasing to 250. We are at cruise. I mean, how about that for a short hop, huh? People keep accusing me of making too long flights.
Contact Alicante Tower 122.
I even forgot to turn on the chronometer.
Tower 122.1.
So people accuse me of making too long flights. How about this for a short hop?
Alpha Zulu X-ray. Resume normal speed.
Normal speed.
Resume normal speed. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Alright, so we are going to prepare our descent because we're just that close. Lipa. So we're going to go for Lampa 2 Mike, which is this approach right here. And
Papa Mike. Descend to flight level 100.
the ILS is pretty straightforward, so we're going to go to direct to Mallorca, turn left and then right into the ILS for the approach. We're in the soup. No turbulence on the weather radar though. It's just the minor. This is why I'm not turning off the seatbelt signs. So you can see here that we'll start our descent pretty soon. So let's insert our destination data. So arrival, and let's recycle. So we got wind 180 at 4. 180 at 4. Bam. We got 29er and QNH 1005. So 29er OAT 1005. So let's consult the chart to see our decision height. And it should be minimums. So our decision height should be, I'm assuming that we are going to go for the long one, this long approach. So we are going to choose the Alpha 289er radar altimeter. And we're going to go for what? I didn't touch those. What the hell? I got back to GPS primary. Weird. So we got a discontinuity here. Yeah, we got a discontinuity because we probably require a VIA. Yeah, there's no VIA here, so we're just going to wait for the ATC clearance. This is probably my shortest flight in a live stream yet.
Contact Barcelona approach 131.125.
Contact Barcelona approach 131.125. Ryanair 8 Papa Mike.
Yeah, I think the chat isn't working. So I apologize if you're trying to write and nothing happens. I'm really not sure why, but the chat's frozen for me, so I can't even write. Let me try a test. Oh yeah, it's not frozen, it's just no one's writing. Alright, just one of those days, I suppose. We are already within the boundaries of the star for Mallorca, so we are already seeing the boundaries, the restrictions, the constraints. Hey Andrew, thanks for coming. Doing okay, and you? Just about halfway now. Shouldn't be long. Betsy is a bit impatient. She wants to get to the hotel in time for dinner, and I don't blame her. You can't really go on airline food all the time, right? This is a short hop to Mallorca from out of Ibiza. Good, Andrew. It's probably I'll probably need a via now, so I'm just waiting for the clearance from the airport. Or I can just try and include my own via. So let's watch the Zulu approach. So MJV should be the via. There it is. But I fear that it might not be the one it gives me, but we'll take a chance here. We need to go to heading track first. Started and back in. We'll take a chance.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Lambda 2 Mike, runway 06 left. Report ready for descent.
Oh, nice. We are ready for descent. Betsy, can you please tell them?
Lambda 2 Mike, runway 06 left, ready for descent. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Thank you.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Descend to 5,000 feet. QNH 1009er.
Descend to 5,000 feet. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Here we go, 5,000.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Contact Palma, approach 118.9055.
Cabin's ready. Not,
Contact Palma, approach
I don't think they even
118.9055.
got to serve anything on us, just
Zulu X-ray.
this quick.
Palma approach. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Flight level 079er, we have November.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray Palma approach. QNH 1009er, expect VIL at Yankee runway 06 left with the Mallorca transition.
QNH 1009er, expect the ILS Yankee runway 06 left with the Mallorca transition.
Oh, nice. They got us the Mike Juliet Victor. Nice. It's a calculated risk, I suppose. What do you say, Andrew? Gonna nail the landing, or it's gonna be a Ryanair landing? What do you say? It's busy, yeah. It's a busy airport. It's a bigger one from the Mallorca Islands, Ibiza, Menorca, and Mallorca. So it is the busiest one, and it has international flights. I think from yeah, I think it does. So does Ibiza, but I suppose it's much busier than Ibiza. And it looks like it's got some weather today. Just clouds though, I don't get anything on the weather radar. Let's just turn on the terrain on AMD so we don't get surprises. I don't like not having a monitorization for ground when we're flying into islands. We are descending towards the first constraint, which is 5,000 feet, and probably will be authorized to descend to 4,000 right about now or starting now. As you can see, we're a bit below the performance descent, the managed descent. It's that green ball over there. It's not bad. It's just we're just descending faster than desired. Betsy is still not talking to me. She just prefers to look outside and look at my face. So we are in the clouds. There's no issue with that, so we're gonna go for our current altimeter 1009. Supposedly in Mallorca itself it's a lower altimeter. It says 1005, but the bridge will cross once we reach it. So we're gonna do this S-turn. Curiously, there was also an S-turn to arrive in Ibiza, so I suppose they just prefer this as like a separation and deceleration method. We never turned off our landing lights, by the way, because we never went above 10,000 feet out of Ibiza. My good friend Misha wasn't available, so I forgot to launch the chronometer, so please add about 5 minutes more to this time, so we are flying at 16 minutes or so. Oh, hold on, it said it's Yankee, not Zulu. I just noticed that. Crikey, it's this one. Same lamp 2M. Same via MJV. It's probably going to ask me to heading track first. There we go. Don't get mad. Slightly different approach. Not too serious. We're still maintaining the same star. No nav intercept. What are you talking about?
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Descend to 3,000 feet. QNH 1009er.
3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet. QNH 1009er. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Clear direct Mallorca. Cross Mallorca.
Sometimes this crap happens. I'm not sure if this is so let's go to Lampa direct.
Cleared direct Mallorca. Cross Mallorca at or above 3,000 feet. Cleared ILS Yankee runway 06 left. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
So we're clear for the ILS, but we got a little mess here, so let's solve that by going direct to whatever is before this. It's this one. We had a little mess there, but we sorted it out. So let's turn on our landing system. Turn on the approach mode. although we still need to make a right-hand turn in order to intercept ILS. So let's bring up ILS Yankee. So we need to set up our performance again because our decision height will be different this time. So we need to get 354 as a decision height for the radio altimeter. Actually, that's the barometric, so 354, sorry about that, 354 baro. Alright, so we're good to go. Our VAP is 121 knots. I have some knowledge, Andrew, and sometimes I think I know too much stuff and I get confused. Sometimes I mix airplanes. So we are right here and we are going to make this right-hand turn towards the ILS. So we can perform our approach checklist real quick. By the way, I have a checklist with me right here. I just do this for you guys to follow me. Approach checklist, bearer reference 1009 and cross-checked. Seat belts are on, minimum is set, auto brake set to medium. I don't know this. I should have, I needed to perform landing performance calculation, but I don't have time for that. Engine mode select to set to normal as and not really required anything first, not raining. So approach checklist complete.
QNH 1009 expect VILS Yankee runway 06 left with the aft transition.
Gear is still up. Here comes another constraint. Should be above 1900 feet, 220 knots. Let's go back to the
Quebec Yankee. Cleared direct aft. Cross aft at or above 5,000 feet. Cleared ILS Yankee runway 06 left.
let's go back to the chart so we can confirm that our interception altitude is 1700 feet. Here we go, it's intercepting glide slope. We're going below glide slope a little bit. 2,500 check. Betsy, you take over the controls for now. Let's help the plane decelerate by expanding. I'm slipping on my chair, sorry about that. By extending my speed brakes. Speed brakes in and armed. Speed check flaps 1. There's our runway right there. Again, we're below the glide path, and that's exactly what we want. Spoilers to arm.
Contact Palma Tower 118.305.
Going for Palma Tower.
Contact Tower 118.305. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Have a good evening.
Speed check flaps 2.
Palma Tower, Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. ILS Yankee runway 06 left.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray, Palma Tower, wind 080 at 8, Tango 06 left clear to land.
Clear to land.
Runway 06 left clear to land. Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Cabin was ready, by the way. You guys may have heard it before. Glide slope star. Previously we had a localizer star, and now it's fully established. We got some right on the nose wind, 6 knots. Speed check flaps 3. And gear down. Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, Richard AMC, welcome. Speed check flaps full. Landing checklist, ECAM status, no blue. Landing checklist complete. Wind is slightly changing to the right. Let me just line up my track IR. Sorry about that. Sometimes track IR just loses track and I start looking either at the sky or at the seat. Apologies for that. Look at that. Palma de Mallorca. Next flight will be during the daytime so we can appreciate this beautiful scenery. 1000 check. Let's go by hand. What do you say? Autopilot off. So the difference between ILS approaches is that this particular one, the Yankee, only allows for Cat 1 approaches, so certain visibility settings, whereas Zulu sometimes, most of the times, is capable of going all the way up to Cat 3 if the airport is capable of. So at this point we are just following those two green lines. Those are the flight directors, or the flight director, but also looking at the diamond. The magenta diamond will tell us if we are too high, too low. Land, set, continue. At this point I'll start looking outside. We're below glide path. Here we go, recovered.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
Nice. Auto brake set. Reverse. Auto brake off.
Exit right at November 2, Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Exiting, I missed in November 2, but
Tower, Vueling 5 Quebec Yankee, ILS Yankee runway 06 left.
I can exit right here, but it wants me to go to the next one.
Vueling 5 Quebec Yankee, Palma Tower, continue.
Continue. Yeah, that's November 2 over there. That was a steep turn. That's probably why it's telling me to exit on November 2. That's confirmed. Yep, November 2 right there. When I don't know the airport, I don't take chances, and I do exactly as they tell me to. Let's clear the airplanes already. Alright, we're exiting. Alright, November 2. One-way exit procedures. Let's brake go.
Vueling 5 Quebec Yankee, wind 080 at 8, runway 06 left clear to land.
Alright.
Runway 06 left clear to land. Vueling 5 Quebec
Suppose we're going for those gates over there.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray, contact ground 121.905.
Ground 121.905, Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
Alright. Let's just wait. Start our APU here.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Request taxi to allocated gate.
Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray. Gate 6 taxi via November 2, link. Juliet, Lima Kilo.
Oh, those are too many taxiways.
Gate 86 via November 2, link. Juliet, Lima Kilo, Lima Mike, Lima Papa, Tango 2, Volotea Alpha Zulu X-ray.
So we are going for 86 via Juliet. There it is. Link, Juliet. Oh, it's the other side. And then go to Lima Kilo, Lima Mike, Lima Papa, Tango 2. Right there. Alright, let's do this. So, going forward. APU is starting. APU is available. Let's bleed and single engine taxi. Alrighty. We got a company message. Probably telling us the landing time. Oh, we needed to send an ADC delay for 47 minutes. Good God. That's a big delay. Alright, let's carry on and all the way to the other side. So it's going to be a long taxi. After that, we are going to make, I will draw here what we were tasked to. Let's just not stop, or so we are going to do this, this, and this. Hope you can see it, because I'm driving this bus while riding.
Gate 58 via November 2, link. Juliet, Lima Kilo, Vueling 5 Quebec Yankee.
So for those that don't know, Mallorca is the biggest island of the Mallorca Islands. So there's Ibiza, Mallorca, where we are right now, and then there's Menorca, which is a smaller island on the other side. Like Andrew was saying, this is a beautiful city. I was planning to arrive yeah, it's very big, Andrew. Sorry, Richard. It's a very big airport, considering it's an island airport. The city is also pretty big. There's a big tourism industry around these Balearic Islands. I remember back in the day, Aerosoft did a package with Mallorca, Menorca, and Ibiza all in one, plus the islands themselves. We're going to turn here to Juliet, and then continue to Lima Kilo. There it is, Lima Kilo. It's a very popular destination in the Mediterranean, also in Spain. And yeah, the Spanish capitalize on this island pretty much. Now let's carry on through this Lima Kilo, and now we should be looking into Tango 5 up ahead. There it is. It's the second to the right, and our gate is gate 86 on the left side. Lots of security ground vehicles. These are probably scenery, so there's a lot of scenery stuff here. There's a speedboat here. Got Lima Mike, so it's not the first on the right, it's the second on the right. There's our gauge somewhere over there. So this is Tango 1. We're going for Tango 2, there it is. And now it's one of these gates. I guess it's the first gate. Yeah, I think it's right, this one right here. 886, there it is. Alright, let's move in. So we're doing SETI, S-E-T-I, single engine taxi in. So this is good rule of thumb to remember that you only have one engine, so you probably need a little bit more thrust in using two of them. So a little to the left. Let's move forward. To the left again. And the trick for these assisted gate approach systems is to go slow. No need to go fast. Don't try to beat the system. Stop. There we go. Set parking brake. Let's wait. Okay. Nice. Gates moving. Alrighty, so let's shut down our engine. Turn on the internal lighting system. And let's see if GSX does its thing.
The boarding requested.
There it goes. Here comes the gate. Now for the right door. Speed brake disagree. Oh, crikey. I thought I had retracted it. I probably pressed the button by accident. Alright, let's start deboarding.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Passengers are exiting, so let's go for our parking checklist. Parking brake or chocks are set. I believe both at this time. Yeah, on chocks. Engines are both off. Wing lights are off and fuel pumps to off. Parking checklist complete. And we can perform the secure aircraft checklist. So oxygen, ground control, crew oxygen to off. And emergency exit lights. Passengers are already ignoring the seatbelt signs, so they are disarmed. EFBs, let's leave them on for now, and the batteries to off. Securing the aircraft checklist complete, and that's it. Welcome to Mallorca, and welcome to a beautiful vacation destination. By the way, we got ground power already, so let's turn off our APU. We do have brake fans, so let's confirm the wheel temperature. Yeah, let's turn on our brake fans so we can reduce this back below 215 degrees Celsius. There's the infamous fan brake sound. So again, welcome to, unfortunately you can't see the passengers moving on the jetway, but they are doing that. So welcome to Mallorca. This was a very short but pleasant flight out of Ibiza on board our beautiful Airbus A319. The next flight, I'm going to go north. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try my best to go north using the planes that I got. So here's my planned route. I'm going to go, oh, speed brakes are deployed. As you can see, the hydraulic system bled out before I could retract them. Anyway, so the next phase will be out of Mallorca to Toulouse on an Airbus A321neo. Then after that, again on a 321neo to Iceland, Reykjavik, capital of Iceland. And then the next destination will be a good surprise. I'll not say where it is. I just wanted to go north because I wanted you guys to get to know this amazing airport, amazing destination that I love to go, and I don't go as often as I would like to go. So the next flight will be during the daytime, I promise, and we are going to go out of Mallorca to Toulouse. So that's the next flight already planned. So I'm already preparing that one, and it's going to be in a very cool airline. If you guys know your airlines, you'll know who La Compagnie is. If not, you'll get to know it. And then out of Toulouse, we're going to go to Reykjavik. So I don't like going to the major big hubs in Europe because I believe everybody's been there. I'm planning to go to Schiphol at some point, Oslo as well. Those are Stockholm, those are big airports, and I do like to go there as well. But I also like to go to the smaller airports, the more challenging airports. And I think you guys are going to like the final airport for this northern take. But until then, Toulouse, then Reykjavik. Those are the next destinations, both on an A321neo. I have already planned both flights. The final flight will be a surprise. So again, probably going to take either the Fenix or the FS Labs. We'll see. But the destination itself is going to be a surprise. So hope you guys enjoy. This is a very short flight. Let's go for a nice showcase tour of the Mallorca airport. This is a very big airport considering this is an island. So yeah, great destination. If you guys liked some cool approaches, this is actually a 2-runway huge airport, huge terminal. Mallorca is beautiful as well, especially during the daytime, and so is Ibiza. So you guys, if you guys want a destination suggestion, I suggest you come here. So thank you all for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. The flight was short, but it was very fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
I love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high. Climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when